Hello friends, I am Dr. Harsha Suryavanshi, Assistant Professor from Sri Shivaji Law College, Parbhani, Maharashtra. In this video, we will discuss provisions relating to trial according to Order 18 of Civil Procedure Code. Order 18 deals with hearing of suit. Besides Order 18, trial comprises where the trial should be conducted. That means trial in open court as per section 153B. Rule 1 to 3 of Order 18 deal with right to begin and reply, while Rule 4 to 13 deal with recording of evidence. What is examination D Ben S? That we will see in this video. And similarly, what are the provisions about arguments under Rule 3 to 3D that will be discussed in this video. Rule 2 deals with written argument. Let us proceed with this video. Section 153B necessitates that place of trial shall be deemed to be open court. What exactly concept of open court is? One can say that a place is open court if there is access to the public in general. That means general public will have access to the place. Such place can be called as open place. In the words of Bentham, in the darkness of secrecy, sinister interest, and evil of every shape have full swing. Only in proportion as publicity has place can any of the checks applicable to judicial injustice operate. Where there is no publicity, there is no justice. Publicity is the very soul of justice. It is the cleanest for exertion and for rest of all guards against improbity. It keeps the judge himself while trying under trial, in the sense that the security of securities is publicity. Now let us see what are the provisions regarding beginning of trial. Who shall have right to begin? According to Rule 1, generally right to begin vests with the plaintiff. However, if defendant contends that plaintiff is not entitled to the relief claimed in the plaint, and his contention is on the basis of point of law or additional fact, in such situation, the defendant shall have right to begin. For example, if the defendant claims that matter is barred by res judicata, it shall be the defendant who will begin first and the plaintiff will reply him. On hearing, the party who is having right to begin shall state its case before the court and produce the documents in support of the case. Now let us see in short what is the provision. The party that is having right to begin shall state its case before the court and similarly produce the required documents at the same time. Other party or opposite party shall later on state its case and place its documents before the court. The party who was having right to begin and the party who has actually begun will have opportunity to give reply to the opponent. After giving reply by the first party, there shall be oral agreements. Rule 3 speaks about evidence where there are several issues involved in the matter. If there are certain issues which the plaintiff or the party having right to begin is required to answer and can answer them later on, then in such situation, such issues can be discussed at a later stage. The party having right to begin has option either to produce the evidence on such issues or reserve it for future proceedings in the same trial. Rule 4 speaks about recording of evidence. Examination in chief of witness or party to the suit can be taken with the help of affidavit. Similarly, cross-examination or re-examination of witness can be caused by commission. The appointment of commission will be by the court for the sake of cross-examination और re-examination of witness. यानी कि यदि कोई व्यक्ति एफिडेविट के द्वारा एग्जामिनेशन इन चीफ देता है तो क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन के लिए कोर्ट को अगर लगता है कि कमीशन अपॉइंट किया जा सकता है तो ऐसी स्थिति में कोर्ट कमीशन नियुक्त करेगा। कमीशन जो है क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन या फिर री एग्जामिनेशन रिकॉर्ड कर रिटन में कोर्ट के सामने पेश करेगा। दैट शैल फॉर्म part of the record of case. If required, the commission can also record demeanor of witness. The commission shall submit its report within 60 days from date of appointment. What other provisions say? Evidence of each witness shall be taken down by the judge in the language of the court. That means recording of evidence shall be in the language of the court. The evidence can also be recorded in English if the parties or their pleaders do not object it. यानी कि evidence की recording कोर्ट की जो भाषा है उस भाषा में recording होगी। यदि इंग्लिश में कोर्ट रिकॉर्डिंग करता है और उसे पार्टी या फिर उनके प्लीडर्स ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं लेते हैं तो ऐसी स्थिति में इंग्लिश में भी एविडेंस रिकॉर्ड किया जा सकता है। एविडेंस किस तरह से रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए? एविडेंस शैल बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ नैरेटिव। जिस तरह से कथन किया गया है उसी तरह से उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग होनी चाहिए। एविडेंस पूरी तरह से होने के बाद में जिस विटनेस ने एविडेंस दिया है उसे वो बताया जाएगा। दैट मीन्स द एविडेंस शैल बी read over to the witness. The evidence shall be interpreted to him and it shall be signed by the judge. While recording evidence, the court may take down any particular question and answer, or if any objection is raised, then court will also note down the objection to the question. If necessary, the court can also record such remarks as the court thinks that they are material or important regarding demeanor of witnesses. If necessary, the court can recall any witness at any stage of the suit who has been examined already and put him such questions as it thinks fit. The court can also permit any party to the suit to produce the evidence which was not within his knowledge and or could not be produced by him despite due diligence was given. Similarly, while recording evidence, the court can make order for local inspection. Accordingly, there shall be preparation of a memorandum of any relevant facts observed at such inspection. अगर कोर्ट को लगता है कि लोकल इंस्पेक्शन ज़रूरी है तो ऐसी स्थिति में कोर्ट लोकल इंस्पेक्शन के ऑर्डर्स पास करेगा और जो भी लोकल इन्वेस्टिगेशन या इंस्पेक्शन किया गया है उसका मेमोरेंडम प्रिपेयर करके कोर्ट के सामने पेश किया जाएगा। नाउ व्हाट इज एग्जामिनेशन डिब एंड एस? जनरली विटनेसेस आर एग्जामाइंड एट द हियरिंग ऑफ सूट, यानी कि सूट की जब हियरिंग होगी उस वक्त एविडेंस जो है वो रिकॉर्ड किया जाएगा। However, Rule 16 provides for examination of witnesses even before this stage. हियरिंग के पहले भी कोर्ट कभी कभी एविडेंस रिकॉर्ड कर सकता है। ऐसा कौन सी स्थिति में होगा? यदि विटनेस कोर्ट का जुरिस्डिक्शन छोड़ने की फिराक में है या फिर वो कोर्ट का जुरिस्डिक्शन छोड़ने वाला है, ऐसी स्थिति में कोर्ट जो है उसका एग्जामिनेशन पहले ले सकता है। इसी को कहते हैं एग्जामिनेशन डी बेने एस। दैट मीन्स the when the witness is about to leave the jurisdiction of the court or for any other sufficient cause, in such situation the court may take evidence of such person even before hearing. This is called de bene es examination. According to Rule 15, where a judge is prevented by death, transfer, or other cause from conducting the trial of a suit, his successor may deal with the evidence recorded by him, and he may proceed with the suit from the stage at which he was left. Now let us go to the next stage of trial. Arguments. Rule 2 speaks about Rule 2, 3 and 3D speaks about oral arguments. A court may permit a party or his pleader to give oral arguments. Rule 2 also permits the parties to submit written arguments. The court may allow to submit written argument in support of the case, and such written argument shall form part of the record. Copy of written arguments shall also be supplied to the other side. That means, if plaintiff has submitted written argument, copy shall be submitted or forwarded to the defendant, and if defendant has supplied written argument, copy shall be supplied to the plaintiff. Thank you friends for watching the video. Thank you very much.